It's a Thursday, and you know what that means. A brand new episode of My.NA Cars with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master. Now today, on this episode, it's a particularly special one because we are talking Yango and Pupkewitz Toyota coming together and, just promising great things. We will get into the full details of that right after this break. But for now, we'll take a quick ad break, like I just said. But we'll take a quick ad break, get into our motoring news, and then we get all into this new Pupkewitz Toyota partnership and see how you can actually benefit from it. So stick around.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
So in motoring news today, we are talking all about EVs because EVs are all the rage. And you're probably thinking, but why? I cannot even drive past 500 kilometers. Well, there are some few options of electric cars with a driving range of over 500 kilometers. These are of course available in South Africa, but hey, by extension, they should be available here too. So there are 7 different electric vehicles in South Africa that can drive more than 500 kilometers on a single charge, but they aren't cheap. Over the last few years, the price of EVs has dropped significantly due to the entry of new brands such as BYD and GWM's Aura into the market. That's that beautiful baby right there. Well-established brands like Volvo have started to offer more affordable EV models. However, the cost of purchasing an EV with a driving range of 500 kilometers or more is still prohibitively high. To get an EV that can cover such distances without requiring frequent charging, you will need to spend at least 1.3 million rand. The electric vehicle market is expanding, and with that comes a wide range of options for customers. Mercedes-Benz, on the other hand, has taken the lead in EV battery capacities with its EQS model. The EQS boasts a massive 108.4 kilowatt-hour cell and a range of 780 kilometers, making it an excellent choice for long-distance travel. However, it's important to note that the manufacturer's claimed range is an estimate and can vary depending on the type of driving conditions you encounter. It's also worth noting that the Porsche Taycan has a 105 kilowatt-hour battery and can go over 800 kilometers if driven in the city. However, this range drops to an average of 642 kilometers when high-speed driving on the motorway is considered. So, with all this being said, you're probably wondering, why would you need to buy an electric car? Well, there are a few reasons. Electric vehicles are more environmentally friendly than fuel or gas-powered vehicles. An all-electric car emits 0 tailpipe emissions. Number 2 is the fuel costs. You may be surprised to hear us argue that the extremely high fuel prices seen through much of 2022, 2023, and now even 2024 are not the number one reason to rush out and buy an electric car. That's because the cost of fuel is notoriously volatile. Fuel savings is a legitimate benefit if you are weighing your options to buy an electric car. The real advantage is you'll save regardless of where fuel prices are in the cycle. And number 3, maintenance. Another advantage to consider when you buy an electric car is that the engines are less complex and have fewer components that can break. EVs don't use engine oil, a timing belt, spark plugs, etc. So your maintenance costs should be lower. A 2020 Consumer Reports article suggests that EV owners pay about half as much to repair and maintain their vehicles. Just to name a few. Now, with all that being said, we now take a look at the EVs available in South Africa that have a driving range of over 500 kilometers. We start with the Mercedes-Benz EQS 450 Plus sedan. Its range is 780 kilometers, battery size 108.4 kilowatt hours, and power of 245 kilowatts or 565 Newton meters, and the starting price is, brace yourself, 2.8 million rand. Moving over to the Porsche Taycan 4S, its range is 642 kilometers. Again, this can vary depending on your driving conditions. And the battery size is 105 kilowatt hours. The power is 440 kilowatts or 710 Newton meters. And the starting price is steep at just over 3 million rand. It's 3,161,000 rand on the dot. Moving right along, the BMW iX xDrive 50 with a range of 630 kilometers. The battery size is 111.5 kilowatt hours, power of 385 kilowatts or 765 Newton meters, and the starting price is a little lower. It's at 2 million rand and 2,350,000 rand. Sticking with BMW, the BMW i7 xDrive 60, designed pure excellence with a range of 625 kilometers, a battery size of 101.7 kilowatt hours, power of 745 Newton meters or 400 kilowatts, and a starting price of 2,935,000 rand. Moving over to the Mercedes-Benz EQ350 Plus sedan, its range is 621 kilometers, a battery size of 90.6 kilowatt hours, power of 215 kilowatts or 565 Newton meters, and a starting price of surprisingly 1.7 million rand. And we get into the Lotus Eletre S with a range of 600 kilometers, a battery size of 111.9 kilowatt hours, power of 450 kilowatts or 710 Newton meters. And we are not so sure yet about the starting price. That is to be determined, I guess. And then the BMW i5 M60 xDrive, a range of 516 kilometers, a battery size of 83.9 kilowatt hours, power of 795 Newton meters, and a starting price of 2,190,000 rand. All you need is just 2 million rand and you can get yourself an electric car. But if you think about it, in the long run, you actually do save a lot of money. So, hey, it would be a smart investment, and hopefully seeing more and more charging stations pop up in the country would definitely push us into getting more electric vehicles. Nevertheless, that is it for our motoring news today. Now, after the break, we get to talk the Yango and Pupkewitz Toyota partnership. Stay tuned.
The roads may challenge us in many forms, many shapes, but they are truly made for one thing only: going forward. With complete protection from Shell Advance, take on all that lies ahead.
Now, I wouldn't be a favorite passenger princess if I don't bring you all the details as you need to know. So I'm talking to Mr. Shopala here, who is the brand manager for Toyota, for Pupkewitz Toyota, and we're finding out just a little more information about the Yango and Pupkewitz Toyota partnership. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you for letting us in.
Welcome.
All right, so do start us off by telling us just a little more about what this partnership is.
Okay, so we are selling a concept to the Namibian people, specifically Windhoek-based individuals. So within the partnership, you get to buy a brand new car from Toyota, and then we'll link you up with Yango to make use of their platform, and then there you go. Then you start making money.
Okay, when you say you start making money, what exactly do you mean by that?
So your car essentially becomes an asset. It becomes a business for you. So Yango will get you a driver, okay, because they have partners under Yango. The partners are like fleet managers. So you throw in your car in their pool, Yango gets you a driver, the driver drives trips, and then that's how you get paid.
Okay.
If you're lucky and you have a good driver, you'll make more money at the end of the day.
All right, so why did you decide on this partnership? What brought it on? Like, first of all, what brought it on, and then why?
Okay, we met with the guys. We're looking for partners. For us as a business, We're looking at expanding our brand, finding new ways of selling. And we looked at Yango, we looked at their numbers. They're growing business. We are growing business. We're growing business. And our objectives are aligned. So Yango needs more drivers to grow. Drivers need to be in cars. We're in the business of cars. So that's where the partnership came from.
I see.
Yes.
So what benefit, why would you say people should basically grab this deal? Why is it important?
Okay, firstly, it is guaranteed income. Okay, everybody wants more money. Whether you're a billionaire or you just get 1,000, everybody wants more money. And it's good to have more money, whether it's not for savings, entertainment. And this is a platform for you to make more money. So the concept is already laid out for whoever wants. You don't have to think of something. All you do is buy your car, go to Yango, register your car, and there you start making money.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, so when you were coming up with this concept, what were some of the things that you really wanted to put into place? What were those things, and why? Not even why. How long was this concept in the making?
So the idea generation took a while, and then to polish it, let's say 3 months. So the critical thing for us is we're a motor dealer, so we sell cars. So we looked at our best car to suit this type of business, the business which Yango is operating in. So we looked at the vehicles, we looked at the pricing. So because we want to make it as affordable as possible, so that the car is affordable, so that the person investing in the concept gets to make a profit at the end of the day. Because if you put a luxury car in that business, you won't make any of it. So the car was a critical thing. And then we looked at the specs of the car, the pricing, and that's what we put in the concept. And we actually gave a discount on the vehicle. So the client has an option of either a discount or extending their warranty.
And the car, of course, that you're offering is the Toyota Vitz, right?
Yes.
Do give us just a bit more information about the car itself.
Okay, so it's a new model. I would say new. It was launched last year, let's say winter time, June, July, by Toyota, maybe earlier, May. There's 3 models. So there's a standard one without a radio. It's an XI. And then there's other 2 better models than that. Rams, Apple CarPlay, so you can connect.
Yes.
They all have aircon. So it's a small car, but quite comfortable. They're reliable because it's under the Toyota brand. And I think it has good features. Okay. For the business. Okay. Also good features for individual if you want a small car just from one point to another.
Yes, yeah.
It's also a good car and it's affordable.
I would know because we test drove it just last year, like you're saying, when it launched. We actually did manage to take it out for a spin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just for the Toyota Vitz, this agreement.
Yes.
It's just so with the Toyota Vitz now, like you're saying, you have the 3 models.
Yeah.
Does the partnership cover any Vitz, or is it just a very standard basic Vitz?
So that will depend on the client. So if the client wants the luxury model within those 3 models, they have the option to do that. It just means that their asset becomes expensive, meaning they're tapping their profit margins. So Yango can only guarantee you a certain amount of money.
Yes.
So 15, okay? If you're the cheapest model, let's say 3,000 per month. Highest, the most expensive one is 4,000. So your profit becomes less.
Yeah.
But then your car is an automatic, it has more features. So it's an opportunity cost. You're either giving up a profit for a better car or one more profit for an okay standard car.
I would understand that this next question that I'm about to ask is probably better suited for Yango, but maybe if you do know or if you can respond to us, you're saying that it's guaranteed 15,000. How well are these numbers? Like, what made you come to these numbers? How did you come to these numbers?
So the numbers came from Yango. Yango says their drivers on average between 30 to 40 trips. Okay, trip is around about, average trip would cost them around about, let's say $50. If you do the numbers, and we worked on 20 working days.
Okay.
That your driver doesn't work Saturday and Sunday, but most drivers do. So we took average trip per day, we took working days in a month. That's how we came to that number. So the 15 is total revenue.
Okay.
And then you have to pay the driver, you have to fuel up the car. So then you take out the cost. That's when you get your gross profit. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's not a thumbs up figure, but it is possible.
And it's actually based off of research.
Yes, research.
Okay.
In current data.
All right.
Yeah.
I see. Now, the very last question
Yes.
before I let you go.
Yes.
I would actually want to find out how great has been the response? Like, what has been the response since you launched?
Okay. So our metrics of what we're using to measure is leads coming in. How many people are calling? How many people are we getting through the website? How many people are working in the dealership? I think on average, we have close to 15 people every day.
Wow.
Yes, upon launch.
Okay.
So even now my inbox is full of clients
Oh,
inquiring.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I think there's quite a lot of potential. And at some point we might actually struggle to manage all these leads, which is a positive thing. But I think people are interested because people want more money.
Yes.
Yes.
And obviously, we have to talk projections.
Yes.
In the next 5 years. Where do you see this? Because obviously, this is just beginning. So, of course, you're starting with the Wits and whatnot. So, maybe later on would be the Starlet or anything like that. What is the 5-year goal?
So, we didn't think that far. This is a new partnership. It's just for 2 months. But if we make a success out of this, we can see how best, with obviously Yango, can we then add a luxury sector within the app. Yes. What car can we put into the platform? And that's how we grow the business. And that we can make longer. To say every 2 years, every 3 years, let's look at a new model as the models change. And that's how I think we can then reach the 5-year goal.
Awesome. Yes. Wow, that was very insightful.
Yes.
Thank you so much for letting us in on the partnership and giving us more details. So now if people want to take advantage of this, where can they contact you? How can they contact you?
So the first thing is, so we're a team. This is a team thing, not me to say. Our sales team is well aware of this. So the first step for clients is to come to the Toyota dealership, get their quotations and submit those to the banks if they're buying cash. But it's also very important for potential investors to understand the concept. Okay, very important. They also need to reach out to Yango and understand how Yango operates before they continue with this. Like with any business, do your research first before you invest.
Definitely.
So clients, it's important for them to also reach out to Yango because we can only sell Toyotas. We can't sell Yango to that extent as much as it's a partnership. So clients come to us, go to Yango, get the feedback that they need, and then they can start with their applications.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for this very insightful interview. But don't go anywhere. We have more My.NA cars coming your way right after this. Now we are here to talk all about Yango, and I am joined by CJ Dumeni, who is the country manager for Yango Namibia. Hi CJ, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You're excited to be
Very
here,
excited,
are you sure?
very excited.
Are you excited to give us all the details?
We always welcome guests and we want to chat about Yango. Any Yango conversation is a good conversation.
It's a good conversation. Okay, so of course Yango is the new kid on the block.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the business?
So Yango is an international ride-hailing application. So what we do is we help users like you or someone, any average Namibian, to find a safe and affordable ride home through taxi services. So we partner with transportation companies and we help them add technology to their business. So that way, when you request a Yango on your phone, you can find a company who can help you take you home. So it's a great platform that just connects users and riders to create a great initiative, really. Yeah.
And convenience.
And convenience.
Okay.
Convenience.
So, of course, it was launched on January the 31st, 2023.
Yeah.
And 4 months down the line, you introduced the Comfort Tariff. So is this an indication that the business landscape in Namibia is in good condition, I would say?
100%. Namibia has been an incredible market. I think the people here are very sensitive and really care about transportation. They want to go somewhere in a safe and comfortable and affordable way. So when we launched Comfort Class, it was mainly to help people have the choice to have a bit more of a premium experience. Getting a car that has air conditioning, maybe a sunroof, and so on. So give people a level of service that most people don't have here in Namibia at an affordable price as well. Elegance, yeah, but at a really affordable price. That was the goal for Comfort.
So that was basically the goal. Okay, could you briefly tell us about the services of, I mean, you briefly touched on it, but could you expand on the details of the Comfort tariff and why a client should choose the service?
So with Comfort, you're just basically opening yourself up to a new world of taxi, right? Most of the times, if you're trying to get a street taxi on the side of the road, you don't know what you're going to walk into.
True.
With Comfort Class, you're almost guaranteed comfort.
Comfortability, you're getting safety, all at an affordable price thanks to Yango. Thank you so much, CJ, for telling me everything that I need to know about Yango.
Thank you so much for coming. You can come again. You're always welcome.
Always welcome. So now I have to order a ride.
You have to.
So that I can,
see what it's like.
See what it's all about.
Completely agree, yeah.
Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Awesome. So we are here in the new Toyota Vitz, and I have to say it's nice and cute, very compact, and it's currently Toyota's cheapest model. I'm right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so talk to us all about this baby. I mean, from the get-go, we get to see this beautiful display here. Let's talk about that.
Well, compared to other models or other versions of vehicles, they never fully stack the cheapest vehicle with all the current, technology that people normally want in a car that makes it comfortable to be in the vehicle. So this comes standard with the touchscreen radio with the upgraded auto Android software. You have parking assistance for that extra safety for whenever you park, because a lot of people don't really focus on the reverse camera. Most of the cars that come with it, it distracts you. So the parking sensors actually give you a better option of distance every time you have to reverse park or parallel park, because that actually gives you an idea of how far the vehicle behind you is. So this is coming in a 1-liter engine, the lightest on fuel at the moment on our floor. You get about 4.4 liters per 100. So which is extremely light.
Nice.
You have a nice larger boot space than the previous predecessor, which is the Toyota Agya.
Yes.
So this comes with a 295-liter boot space, which is quite large for a small vehicle, and 14-inch rims, so that in case you need to replace tires, it's also affordable. Because the bigger the tire, the more
the more money you spend.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I mean, we are living in economically hard times, so anything that could basically
save
lessen
money.
the burden on your pocket,
that's correct,
is a win-win situation. So this is full touch screen.
Yes, that's full touch.
Obviously we have the power on, power off, your volume controls, your home menu. It's Bluetooth compatible.
It's Bluetooth compatible and Auto Android and Apple CarPlay.
And Apple CarPlay,
yes.
I love that. And talk to us about the controls here.
These are basically your window controls, window locking, and also your hazards. Everything is so compact and right in your face, so that you don't have to look away from the road whenever you have to adjust or activate anything. Same with your speedo. On the previous vehicle that we had to sell, which was the cheapest on our floor, the speedo was over here. So every time you needed to see how fast you're driving, or when there's a light popping on, you had to look away from the road. And this is like,
it's literally right in front of you.
Yeah, comfortable, yes.
I love this. Okay, we spoke about fuel. We briefly touched on the engine, but let's get into more detail with the engine.
All right. This 1-liter engine gives you a kilowatt of 49, which is quite extreme because it's well balanced power ratio, because the body is not that heavy. So that's why you can get the most fuel out of the vehicle, because your power body ratio is balanced. You have a torque of almost 131, which is also not bad for a small vehicle. Which you can't tow with this vehicle. It's basically a runaround, pick up documents, taking kids to the school and all that. So this is your vehicle away from the heavy duty cars that consume fuel and all that. So this is the ultimate saver.
Well, that brings us to the end of yet another exciting episode of My.NE Cars with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday with me, and thank you so much for always, of course, tuning in. I do look forward to seeing you again next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. social media, 9 p.m. in TV, DSTV channel 285, GoTV channel 25, 1up2.com is where you can catch all the motoring action. From me, Diana Master, until next Thursday, ciao.